Hi everybody. Welcome back to another brand new video. And today I've been very busy and I've been so occupied ever since I think it's just this week or last week because I took a lot of opportunities or all those opportunities to work on something, related to my school, research, case studies, everything else. And it's pretty much very tiring. It took me so much for the day to the point where I can't really have time for other people. So, yeah, I think that's just pretty much it. I really hope that every single one of you guys who are watching this video, guys or gals, or my non-binary pals, I hope you all have been doing well recently because it's also Holy Week in my country. I'm not sure if it's the same thing when it comes with other countries or nor do they celebrate Holy Weeks because it's also a a week of reflection with your spirituality towards God, right? Or regardless what kind of religion you believe in, and like you just have to feel like you have to reflect, you know, all those historic events from the scriptures and all that. So yeah, the thing that I really want to talk in this video, is something that I want to address towards to all the men out there because in case if some of you are not aware about what month it is that we're celebrating, and it's women's month actually. It's if, in case if you got guys don't know what really the celebratory month is all about, or the theme of the month is all about, it's just about gender equality and all that. But I'm not really very that much knowledgeable when it comes with all the gender studies and all that kind of stuff, but it's just trying to spread awareness when it comes with the rights of men and women being equated from one to one another. So it's like, trying to spread awareness that women can also do anything just as how men can also do anything. Like everyone is has free of rights whatsoever. So, but I don't really want to get political or getting too deep into this since yet again I feel like I'm not qualified enough to express since I don't really have any much exposure when it comes to studying about how women should have more rights and all that, all about the political doctrines, feminism and all that. But yeah. So so, so again, this kind of video that I want to address or that I want to dedicate is to all the men out there, especially if you have a relationship. It doesn't always have to be a romantic relationship, but any kind of relationship you have, friendship, situationships, or best friendship, or whatever, just whatever relationship you have towards women, okay? So, when it comes to that, right, when you really get to a situation with a woman in your life, just as how everything else is gonna go, you're also going to face some misunderstandings, some conflicts, and to all above else, especially with my mom. Like, let's just say I had a disagreement with what my mom is trying to tell me or what my mom is telling me to do. Sometimes I just get very, very defiant, or let's just say that I don't follow everything that she says, or just lays out at her or something, and that's where it creates conflicts because I also get the tendency where when it comes with my mom, I just feel like I I've been, you know, I've been a very stubborn individual sometimes, and also when it comes with my relationship, my romantic relationship with my girlfriend, and you know, sometimes we also get into conflicts. We would fight, we would verbally, arguments and all that, but thankfully, we don't get into a situation that's very physical, or at least to where it feels physical or anything, since we're long distance. But it's something that I don't really want to reach as well in my entire life. So, you know, or else it's just going to inflict so much pain in the other person's life, the life of your significant other. And also with my siblings as well, and to all my classmates who are also women, I also get to engage with them, having a conversation and saying how's it going, treating each other equally. That's just what I feel like. It's something, that feels great because you feel like you get to talk with absolutely anyone, regardless of their gender, regardless of their race, and all that, and actually feels good. It's something that, we are social beings and all that as human beings and everything. And something also must feel proud of myself and to other people as well who also may have had the similar journey of having to, having the freedom to be able to talk to absolutely anyone, without any judgment whatsoever. So, yeah, how's your relationship going? With all those women in your life. It doesn't also, again, it doesn't have to be misunderstood where it's just only your romantic relationships or your crushes. Any women that you have a relationship with, like your mother, your siblings, your classmates, anything else rather than just romantic relationships, I just hope that everything's been doing okay in your part because women are also very special in our lives. It's like, this kind of thing in the world that is happening when it comes, I don't know, it's just a toxic trait that one of the people on the internet tries to possess or they imbued in their lives where, oh, we are this gender, so we don't need them and all that. It gets to the point where it's so extreme. And it's just, I'm not really trying, I don't really want to expose myself to that kind of thinking where each and every single one of the genders are just, how do you call this? It's just trying to one up each other. To see who's the best, to see who stands out the most, who's the inferior, who's the superior one. It's so draining. Like coming from the tone of my voice. But it's just so tiring, right? Like, why are we all hating upon each other? Like, why do one gender has to hate on one gender for what they have? And, what kind of message should they preach? Like, why do some parts of the community and this gender is trying to take down the other one? Despite knowing how feminism is very, very wild in the Western part of the world, let's just say in America, somewhere like that, it's very liberated. But I really understand about all the oppression and everything, but still, why? Right? Why do we have to treat each other very to the point where it gets destructive, to the point where it damages the pride of one another, the equal pride of one another? Why don't we just get to the point where we start loving each other? Be good, being good to each other as, just as equal, just as how we treat each other equally. Just because we get to these stereotypes and pretty much to all that, and it's just so confusing, right? It's just so confusing. Love your girls, guys. To all the men out there who are watching this video, whatever kind of relationship you have with all the women you have in your life, I'm not trying to take this in the context where, it's something that has to do with romantic or having girls, because all for us guys, with all, I know it's very cool to have these chicks in our lives, all these women by our side, the body counts, all this kind of modernity stuff. As much as how it gives pleasure to your own ego, it's not really worth the time to get to. Because, despite getting all that satisfaction, despite getting all that pleasure in your life, you will always find yourself feeling unfulfilled deep down in your heart. Because, and while you're also getting exposed to those kinds of concepts that you shouldn't actually take into your lives because it's gonna ruin you with that kind of thinking itself. And I feel like all of us men should also be responsible for the way we treat our women, and it's something that we need to address as well about the mistakes that we made. Which brings this to all this kind of extremist phenomenon that's been going on in our world today. And I feel like, you know, we should also be accountable as a gender, as men. We also have to let our guard down, just have to open up to each other, to all the women out there, and, just treat them equally. Why do we have to fight, right? So, the point that I'm trying to make here is, I'm sorry if I'm going very, very sidetracked. Love your women and treat each other equally. Please do not fight at one another because it's never gonna take you anywhere to the point where it's going to give you fulfillment in your life. love one another, you know. Regardless of what kind of relationship you have with those, let's just say if you had a very bad relationship with that other individual, you know, that like let's just say your mother, for example, and then you don't really have a good relationship with your mother. Be open to her. Try to become open with everything that you feel towards this without any aggression. Because aggression isn't really going to take us all the way. And it's something that humanity should be discouraged for because it brings so much hate, right? I don't really see if there's anything, you know, let's just say when it comes with aggression and how it brings good to humanity itself, you know, try to be good with one another, you know? It's the message I really want to express here. And yeah, just love your women, guys. It's something I really want to tell you all because you know, it's Women's Month. We should appreciate our women in our relationship, those women who is a part of our lives. Let's show our appreciation for making them through, for everything that they have gone through in their lives, and then getting all the way to where they are now. You know, we should express how grateful we are to have them. You know, there's disregard this kind of mentality where, oh, this guy, this woman needs me more than I need her. No. Let's try not to one up each other when it comes to that. That, you know, having, like, let's just say, whoever has the most prideful or whoever has the higher pride to, like, when it comes with gender and all that, you know, stop being so gender egotistical and everything. Just try to love one another. You know, love your women, guys. And, you know, treat each other equally. I don't think there's any place for us to hate one another or to apply hate in our lives because it ruins our heart. It ruins the way we perceive about our reality in the world. And it's something that we shouldn't also integrate because you know as we grow old and you know when you reach the olden age you would also reach to the point where it's you know reflection stage basically. And I don't want anyone or neither do I want to encourage you all to apply this amount of hate that you have. Open with one another, learn to love each other. Whatever resentment or whatever kind of thoughts or negative thoughts you thought for that person, be open. Be kind, be good to one another, and be patient. And, you know, learn to apply those values, everything that you learn in your life to that person. You know, women just don't deserve all the hate and all the hurt just as much as we do. So, why do we have to hurt one another, right? So, oh boy, I don't know if this video is going to be great, like, you know, the kind of outcome, but I don't care anyways. So, like, I hope you get the message across. I hope there's something that you learned in this video or something that you have to keep in mind, you know. And, you know, I feel like it's also appropriate to post something like this, something that's dedicated to this month, since I think it's around March 31 in this date. So after March 31, it's gonna be April 1, April Fool's Day, and you know, it just feels appropriate to make a video like this, especially when the day is ending. I know we have different time zones, you know, but I don't know. So I think that's just going to be it for today. Thank you everybody so much for watching. If you guys want to talk about something that you want to talk about, you know, I'll try my best to express my thoughts and everything. I just don't really want to get political as well. It's just more on how we feel, just our emotions. I still want to keep this channel to feel relatable, but I feel like I'm not going to the point where I'm getting very too deep to the controversies and all that. I just don't want to get it there. Leave it all to the keyboard warriors, whoever. But nonetheless, hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, turn on those notifications. I mean, I'm not really active, that much active, or the way I would schedule. It's just I'll make videos whenever I want. And also, I'm gonna be busy again because this is just the time I had right now to be able to do something that's free. And yeah, I'm gonna be busy because it's also gonna be my finals. And I think around April 2, there's also like this case study presentation, so I gotta prepare myself a lot. It's very, very close. But thank you everybody for hanging out. I'll see you guys in the next video, and yeah, peace. Goodbye.